It was once said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Give me a minute. I had no idea that mine would be 1,000,000 miles and counting. As a little girl, I had dreams just like any other little girl. Dreams of being a princess, waiting for my handsome prince to sweep me off my feet. I also had blind ambition, always thinking of the bigger picture and visions of grandeur, believing I could do anything I set my mind to. It never occurred to me that my prince would be a wolf in sheep's clothing, and that my visions would take me down many detours on some very long and lonely roads. What started out as hopes of a fairy tale quickly turned into survival, not just for myself, but for my children. My three children, Justin, now 25, Zach, now 18, who is here with me today, and my daughter Nicole, now 13, were victims of domestic violence at the hand of my ex-husband for 13 years. Justin, my autistic son, his stepson, suffered merciless physical abuse. It's difficult to explain why women stay and what the breaking point is. The day finally came for me when my daughter saw me thrown over the furniture for the last time. Not long after that incident, the children and I left our home in New Jersey and moved to Florida, now 7 years ago. My ex-husband told me that he would make our life a living hell if I ever left him. He lived up to those words, following the children and I down here to Florida. Throughout that horrific ordeal of injunctions, threats, and lack of child support, I knew I needed to make a change in my life. I tried going back to work full-time, but it simply wasn't enough money to pay the bills. A decision had to be made. I pulled up my bootstraps and went back to college full-time. I started my education at HCC with a 1.9 GPA due to the fact that I never withdrew from my classes in New Jersey when my autistic son became ill. By the time I finished at HCC, I had made the dean's list. My experience at HCC South Shore was nothing short of amazing. They became family to me. I practically lived at the Academic Success Center, spending countless hours tutoring. I am eternally grateful to David Worley, Scott Tolbert, and Sandy Egger for their tirelessly effort times to drill information into my blonde brain. Trust me, I was there all the time. No matter how long it took, even staying on their own time very often. I love this community school because they embrace the student. My education as a communication major at HCC gave me the opportunity, as Farouk said, as opinion editor at the Hawkeye newspaper and editor-in-chief of the Triad and Galleria magazine in 2010, and I also earned an internship at NBC Daytime. I have Dr. Richard Gaspar to thank for that. HCC has had such an impact on my family that we had carried on the tradition. In May of 2013, my son Zach graduated from Leonard High School with honors at HCC's Collegiate Academy. He is now continuing his second year at HCC South Shore. Zach, could you stand up? I have to tell you, I am so proud of him because of what we have been through and the domestic violence that we have gone through. He could be a statistic right now. God only knows where he could be as a result of all of this. In 2010, I received the Athena Society Scholarship. This is where I met Gwendolyn Stevenson. For those of you who had the privilege of knowing her, she was an amazing lady. The day of that scholarship breakfast, or luncheon actually it was, she found out who I was and she came over and asked if she could sit with me. That woman changed my life. She made me feel like I was the most important person in the world that day. And the words that she spoke to me were just life-changing. She was just, the only thing I can say is that she just made you feel like you were the only person in the world and you were the only one that mattered. She was just incredible. HCC gave me the tools necessary for USF, where I graduated, as Farouk told you, on August 10th this year with honors. At that ceremony, Judy Genshef honored me for my accomplishments and perseverance. My life's testimony and education has prepared me for the next journey in my life. In addition to writing my autobiography, From Violence to Victory, I'm in the process of starting my foundation, Visions of Hope International. Visions of Hope will be a catalyst for changing the lives of all people who want emotional growth and freedom. We will provide education and awareness through our workshops, a need community support system, and project restoration, an opportunity for individuals to apply for needs, including education scholarships. Everything we experience in life is a preparation for something else. My point is that we've all had trials and adversity in our lives. How are we all going to handle that? I have chosen to forgive my ex-husband every day, not because he deserves forgiveness, but because I deserve peace. How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. Nora Ephron once said, above all, be the heroine in your life, not the victim. And for everyone sitting here today, we are all richly blessed in some way. I ask you all to embrace your fellow man or woman sometime over the next few days. Remember where you came from, pay it forward, and share a random act of kindness, even if it's just a smile to a stranger. I promise they will not soon forget you. Thank you.